My name is Brosnan, and over the next couple of minutes I will introduce you to my thesis and the methodology I propose to use to complete it. The purpose of this study is to examine the existing framework structures for numeracy within the Irish education system, focusing primarily on the post-primary sector. The Irish education system appears to lack a functional framework which would see Irish post-primary students' numeracy levels on par with international numeracy standards. Without the adequate numeracy skills, researchers such as O'Donoghue feel our students would be cut off from fully participating in all aspects of life. For my thesis, I propose to conduct an in-depth examination of the numeracy frameworks and structures drafted for both primary and adult education sectors in an attempt to create a functional framework which can be adapted by mathematics teachers in order to raise the numeracy standards in Irish second-level schools. I am aiming to better understand how a numeracy framework would work within a school structure and whether it be feasible to implement a numeracy framework within the already bulging math curriculum. A mixed methods approach will be taken when conducting this research. Both qualitative and desk research will be used. While desk research is the primary method for this thesis, the focus groups are a secondary but imperative method of research. The majority of the study will be conducted through desk research in order to obtain the numeracy frameworks and strategies which are already in existence. These will be obtained through databases as well as accessing government published data, which for the most part is online. The desk research will provide insight into the frameworks and strategies which have already been implemented, and as a result will provide a basis for the creation of the framework discussed throughout this research. Using databases, I will be able to access studies which correlate to these existing frameworks, such as studies during their implementation, as well as studies which look at the implications and results of said employments. Once I have reviewed the existing structures, I will create a numeracy framework for use in the mathematics classroom. After this is completed, I will contact 2 schools which have been selected to participate in the study. I aim to get feedback from 10 practicing mathematics teachers, 5 teachers in 2 different schools, via 2 focus groups using the exclusive approach. Using the focus groups, I aim to discuss with the mathematics teachers the feasibility of such a framework and converse about the pressures that it may or may not bring. While focus groups are a new entity, they are rapidly gaining appreciation from researchers of all kinds. Due to the given time frame to complete this research project, I feel that focus groups will give me the data I need more readily as opposed to surveying 100 teachers. It was also important to me that I had practicing mathematics teachers involved in the process of creating this framework. The reason is twofold. A, they have more experience in the classroom than I do, and they would be more qualified to assess whether a framework like this would be more feasible. And B, they will have an opportunity to input their recommendations and suggestions to be included in the review phase, as they will hopefully be the ones implementing and using this framework. This is an important attribute, as it is imperative to have teachers on board when it comes to strategies such as this. The qualitative data obtained will be transcribed and analysed using NVivo. The resulting feedback will then be used to amend the numeracy framework and will act as a conclusion to my thesis.
Created using Powtoon.